Hi, my name is Chineye Ibe. I am a graduate of accounting in Waitress University, Cotonou, Benin Republic. So immediately after my school, I took up a job as a trained health personnel where I worked as a trainer. I train new staffs. I also create food menus for our clients and also give health presentations in organizations. But after a year, I got tired of the job because it wasn't paying me well. I enjoyed it as a passion, but it wasn't giving me money. So I spoke to a neighbor of mine who introduced me to Wave, and she's now a best friend thanks to this wonderful organization. So I joined the first batch of last year, that's batch 51. That was 2019. I joined the batch and took up from there. It was a wonderful experience. I had a lot of shortcomings at first because I wasn't understanding what it was about in the first place. I had challenges. I'm not an early riser. I wasn't able to, wake up early in the morning to rush down to a place. It has always been my issue right from childhood. But because I really wanted something out of this, it was the beginning of the year and I really wanted to do something with my life. So I took it up, coming to the academy very early. I would get here 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. And it was fun. Sometimes I have to trek home, terms of no transport and all that. So it was fun. I lost a lot of weight, but it was fun. I learned a lot. I was so grateful for the emotional intelligence class. It really helped me because I really know how to get angry easily, which would actually have made me lose my job if I was still going to keep that attitude. I wouldn't say I became perfect, but I would say it helped me to a certain level. And also the online class we did problem solving, how to write a CV. It really stood out for me because now I can proudly say I can write CVs for people professionally, and also I can to an extent solve problems. I job shadowed at Mr. Price at Sekumo, Lekki Phase 2. That was another challenge because you have to wake up early, you have to face traffic, you have to spend at least 1,000 or 1,200 every day. It was a challenge because I wasn't earning any money, but at the same time I had to do that. I did that for 1 week. It was fun. I learned how to do stock taking, how to fold clothes properly, which has helped me because I seem to be a rough person sometimes. So it really helps me in my personal life and also professionally. So after the job shadow, I did well because I got appraisals from my bosses at Mr. Price. The training really stood out for me there. I became a better person. So fast forward to the time after graduation. I graduated, I won the awards for putting people first. So after the graduation, 2 days later, I got a text that I was supposed to go for an interview. I wasn't prepared, I wasn't ready. Came at a very short notice, but as the training we received, I had to obey it. So I quickly put myself together and got ready for the interview. I went for the interview at Maison Fahrenheit at VI. That was my first interview after my graduation. So on getting there, I was tensed, but thanks to the interview class, I did well. The interviewers really liked me, but though I felt I wasn't fit for the job, I applied for the job of a waitress. I wasn't fit for it in terms of body size because they had criteria. You have to be beautiful, you have to have a certain kind of look, But at the time I got home, I think after 4 hours, I had received a text that I got the job. It was an exciting experience. I had to start in a week time, which I did. So after I resumed, I began to have another challenge in terms of people bullying me and all that. I spoke to my trainer and mentor at that time, Andre. I spoke to him. He encouraged me to not to relent, to keep pushing, which I did, and it was a great experience because when I joined, we had to go through another 1 month training. After the training, we were all screened. Some people was not picked, but I was picked. And that was how I started my journey as a waitress. And I loved my job. I was passionate about the job. I really loved to serve people. We had an organizational meeting that day, like staff meeting, only for the HR to call me and was like, you need to meet me in the office. It's like, okay, what have I done? I'm not troublesome. I can be troublesome, but I wasn't troublesome at work. So I went to him and he was like, you need to tender your resignation. I said, okay, what did I do? He's like, you didn't do anything, but you need to tender your resignation. It's like, if I tender this resignation, I don't have any job elsewhere. Please tell me my fault. If I can plead, I will know what next to do. So he said I actually got another job as an assistant supervisor in our other branch, Fahrenheit Loft. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what to say. Not knowing that the GM, that's our general manager, was actually looking out for me. She was monitoring me, which I don't know, but I was doing my job diligently. She was really noticing me and she recommended me for the role. I've not been a supervisor before. I never had the experience, but I was told I could do it and I took up the role. I took up the offer. Still, I was scared at first, just like before. 5 months down the line, I got another offer as an executive assistant in another company. Yeah, so I don't know how this happens, but even I get to hear most of the time, people tell me I need people from Wave that behaves like you, that wants to work. It's like, it was scary at first because looking at the kind of person I am, looking small, going to supervise people that are fathers, people that are mothers, they have children. But I did. I took up the role. I couldn't let myself down. I couldn't let Wave down, so I took up the role. Only since 2019 has been incredible. I wouldn't have had this opportunity if not Wave. In fact, I don't know where I would have been. I can't remember the last time I actually dressed like this, because I don't know, but there's this low esteem I used to have before joining Wave. I wouldn't say it has gone finally, but I could at least pick up myself and do something good. I started as a waitress a year ago, but I feel in the next 2 to 3 years I can be a general manager, because I actually work directly with an MD CEO. She's actually training me because she knows how passionate I am about my job. So I feel under 3 years, if I'm not exaggerating, I should actually assume the position she is right now. That is, if I really key into the plan, I think I'm going to make it. So I came in and they gave us a name, second generation waitress, in terms of we were not having the experience, we're not looking big and sexy as they want and all that. But because we had something upstairs, we brought things to the table, not just as a waitress, but we give them innovations, we bring ideas. Most times, even as a waitress, I had to work as a supervisor to my younger colleagues. It's not as if I just want to, but it's just what we're told to do. Like, you have to own your space, you have to solve problems. You don't have to wait for your manager before you solve a customer's issue. You have to, own that space. So that's what I did. And my communication skills used to be bad. I'm not so perfect now because I still have some. So it's hard to express myself. It's hard to give constructive sentences sometimes. I don't know, but it came as at a point, I feel people don't want to hear me because I stutter when I speak, so I get laughed at. At a point, I just decided to keep everything in my heart and not say anything. So it affected me. I wasn't able to give a constructive statement or say how I feel. I know what I feel, but I can't just say it out. So it's really helping me. The communications is really helping me on the job now, because I have to face people, I have to talk, I have to go sign proposals for my boss and all, and I need all this. So that is really helping me right now. And then the CV writing. Now I write CVs for people, even though not for the money, but at least it's working for those that say, oh Chineye, please, I need a job. I say, okay, let me see your CV to start with. And the CV is in shambles, it's not really looking nice. It's okay, this is my CV. I'm not going to write it for you, but you can use the format. This is how it's going to be. You have to let your employer know what you were doing at your former job, what you studied in school. Give them detailed analysis, so that even though they don't get to see you face to face, they can at least assess you through your CV. So you should be able to express yourself, give them your career objective. They need to know where you want to be in the next 5 years, or what you want to help them achieve in their organization. So that has been helpful. So as a typical Nigerian, not everybody loves their job. Some people just wake up in the morning because at the end of the month they get paid. But the first job I took on after my interview, I actually look forward to every day. Most of the time when I go off, I don't really want to go off, because it's like I miss my client, I miss my audience, I miss the staff. I just want to help solve a problem. So the second job also, most of the time when I go off, I still have to call the line staffs. Hello, how you doing? I hope everything's. I always want to be involved, because I really love people having the best of their money. So I always look forward to giving them the best of my ability, So all the time I always make sure I'm involved, even when I'm not around. But this present job I'm in right now is also something. I look forward to meeting people. I've met lots of people that I've never imagined I have to meet in my life, sitting down with top hotel managers, how that can be. Attend meetings with my boss, and I'm happy that my boss is a kind of nice person. She loves people that wants to learn. So I'm supposed to resume by 9, but most times I get to work 7:30. Why? Because I'm eager to work. So if you're a job seeker out there, I encourage you to focus on getting skills, because it's the most important part of getting a job. I'll always be grateful to live. I'll always be grateful, I don't know how Miss San decided to come out this kind of institution, but I don't know about others, but personally it has helped me. And those that have actually referred to WAVE, has also said the same. None of them has had regrets. In fact, some of them has gotten jobs already, and they're happy with their jobs. So it's actually a body that is really helping Nigerian youth, because people will say there's no work out there. But the problem is having the right skill. You might have, like I said, I'm a graduate of accounting. But trust me, the certificate is not actually working for me right now. Because you might have the certificate, but you don't have the basic skills to work. You don't know how to talk to a guest. You don't know that a customer is always right, at least to a certain extent. You don't know that you have to just be quiet for some time and let others speak. You don't know that you have to go the extra mile, not to just please people, but to make sure things are in order. You don't know that you have to take charge of your space. All these things won't be taught in school. It's in an institution like this that is going to be taught. Like myself, how to write CVs, they don't teach that in school. I bet you. They don't teach that in school. But here I am now, being good at what I do, and I know attending their alumni training once in a while will even help me become better. Because the only thing I want to be in this life is to become better every day. So I'm ever grateful to WAVE. I'm ever grateful to Ms. Ariwane for this beautiful opportunity. Thank you to all my trainers, and I say God bless you all.